Okay, this is lesson 6.1, writing linear equations. We are not going over the warm-ups. The purpose of this is if you're missing to see the lesson, and if you're absent to see the lesson that we did for that day, to get an understanding of what we were doing, and also to look at the lesson before you come into class so you get an idea of what I'll be teaching in class. Okay, so let's go to the lesson. In order to write an equation of a line, you will use slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. As you know, the number next to your x, the number next to your x is your slope. The number by itself is your y-intercept. You need to know two things in order to be able to write an equation of a line. You need to know your slope, and you need to know your y-intercept. If you know these two things, you can write an equation of a line. Now, as I've said in class, this is a very difficult lesson because it's a lot of steps, not because it's difficult. It starts off very easy, and it's vital that you understand the easy steps. You memorize the easy steps, so when we get to the more complex steps, you're right in line, you know exactly what's going on. So, here we go. When we know the slope and the y-intercept, you can substitute them in to the slope-intercept form and write the equation. So, write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form whose slope is 2/3. I'm going to highlight that. Slope is 2/3. And whose y-intercept is 5. Here's how difficult this is. I'm writing the equation of a line, y equals blank x blank. These blanks represent what I need to find. My slope is 2/3. My slope goes right next to my x, so I put 2/3 here. My y-intercept is 5. Now this is wrong. Why is this wrong? I have to have a sign in front of my 5. Is it positive or negative? Yep, it's positive. These are the little things that cause kids to get these questions wrong on the test. 2/3 x plus 5. That's all we're doing for today. That's pretty easy. The problem is you won't memorize this, and when it comes to the test, you do little things wrong. Okay, write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. Anytime I see that, I'm going to write y equals blank x blank, whose slope is 2, so I underline that, and whose y-intercept is -3. My slope goes here, my y-intercept goes here. Okay? Write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. What's the first thing I write? Y equals blank x blank. My slope is 0. My y-intercept is 8. So I write 0 here. I put 8 here, but I have to have a plus sign in front of my 8 because it's positive. Now, I will accept this. This, however, is not simplified. 0 times x is 0. 0 plus 8 is 8. So y equals 8 is the simplified form of this. Okay. Write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. Y equals blank x blank. My slope is -5, so I can write -5 or -5/1. It doesn't matter. And my y-intercept is 0. Now 0 is neither positive or negative, but we always put a plus sign here. I will accept this. This is fine. However, okay, so we put plus 0. Now, -5/1x plus 0 is -5/1x. So, to simplify this, we really need to write y equals negative 5 over 1x. However, if you put the plus 0 like I have here, you're fine. Okay, again, write the equation in slope-intercept form. Y equals blank x blank, whose slope is negative 3, so that means negative 3 goes here, and whose y-intercept is negative 1/2. This is very easy. Okay, we're going to skip number 6. We're going to go to number 7. Now, one thing you see here in number 7 is you see the words x-intercept. Write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form that has no y-intercept. It never touches the y-intercept, okay? And has an x-intercept of negative 2 and a slope that is undefined. Whenever you see this, all you write is x equals negative 2. This is a vertical line. There's my xy axis. Here's negative 2. I have a vertical line at negative 2. There's no y-intercept because this line will never touch the y-axis, and it's a straight up and down wall, so that's why your slope is undefined. This is where memorization comes in. You look at this right now and you go, oh, that's easy. But you don't memorize. If you see x-intercept, you just write x equals negative 2. Again, I see x-intercept. So all I write is x equals negative 4. Okay, that covers it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in class tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day.